Meghan and Mark. The pair have used their titles in commercial work such as Meghan's children's book, The Bench, and Harry's mental health docu-series, The Me You Can't See on Apple TV+. Last week, the Duke of Sussex announced that he was writing his memoirs in a deal struck with Penguin Random House, thought to be worth £14 million, with proceeds being donated to charity. This was added to the string of contracts the couple had signed, including with Netflix and Spotify. Rather, she said they could simply use the names Harry Sussex and Meghan Sussex, drawing parallels to other royal family members who had also gone on to lead financially independent lives and had dropped their titles. She told Express.co.uk, "If you look at other members of the family or peers or heir to peerages, Beatrice and Eugenie do not use their titles in their jobs. On their work websites it's Beatrice York, Eugenie York." Uncle Charles, Earl Spencer, has written several books, but doesn't use his title on his books. He uses Charles Spencer. The Earl of Harewood, whose father was the Queen's first cousin, was a producer. He used Lascelles, the family name, as his title. So, I think they should step away from using their titles. They should just use Meghan Sussex, Harry Sussex. There is so much precedent for that, especially in the US. There's nothing stopping you having your title as a royal if you're abroad, but you usually don't use your titles. But from a professional aspect and the precedence of so many peers and other members of the royal family who don't use their titles, I'm not denigrating them at all. I just think it would lessen the tension if they didn't use the titles. To say, hey, we're just gonna use, in the credits, Meghan Sussex, Harry Sussex, there's nothing wrong with that. Ms. Koenig isn't the only one to have called for the pair to cease to use their titles. In May, the Mail on Sunday reported there was an increasing sense of bewilderment and betrayal inside the palace after Harry's appearance on the podcast, Armchair Expert. It was here the prince spoke about having had genetic pain and suffering passed down to him by Charles, who in turn had been passed it by the Queen and Prince Philip. In light of this, a source told the Mail, the Duke of Sussex has now spent a significant amount of time emphasizing that he's no different to anyone else and attacking the institution which he says has caused him so much pain. There is a growing feeling that if you dislike the institution that much, you shouldn't have the titles. Another added, they should put the titles into abeyance, so they still exist, but are not used, like they agreed to do with their HRHs. They should just become Harry and Meghan. And if they refuse to do that, they have to explain why not. Yet, more recent reports suggest the Queen is unlikely to strip them of their titles because it would give them increased attention. When asked whether the monarch would consider taking their titles away, royal expert Jonathan Sacerdoti said it was a problem for Her Majesty. He told E! News, "It's unlikely that the Queen will take away their titles. I don't think she's vengeful or spiteful, but I think there are obviously problems going on within the family like there are in anyone's family. But they are putting it out there so publicly. They said they wanted a quieter life with less press and media intrusion, and then they went and told Oprah everything." You do have to ask yourself if actually what they are after is more and more attention, and anything the royal family does to combat that is only going to backfire on the royal family too and give them that increased attention. Earlier this year, they lost the privilege of actively using their Her Royal Highness titles after relinquishing their senior working royal duties. Ellie and Prince Harry have been called on to step away from using their Duke and Duchess titles in professional work.